Yeah, this is Kyle Van Meter, and
I'm Brenda Gaerte.
this is Round Barns Podcast. This is one of the more entertaining things I've gotten to do. Brenda's stepping in as our first guest speaker. Her and her little team of high school students here at Rochester have been working on doing some new promoting and this podcast. So what do you think about all this, Brenda?
It's been kind of crazy. We've been putting the stuff together and making posters for the Trail of Courage, doing some Redbud things, kicking off this podcast, making yard signs, anything to get your guys' events promoted.
Well, we appreciate all the help.
Well, it gives my students a great experience in what they're doing. It gets to show their creativity and their skill sets, and gets to they get to be a little bit proud of their work, and it's out in the community, and it shows that they're really working hard at it.
And it really gives them something to look forward to, some real life experience when they go and start putting out those wonderful job applications this summer.
Yes, and they also get an understanding of what it is to make deadlines and make sure to work under pressure and be able to meet the standards of what their customer wants, and be able to make corrections as they go. And they really do enjoy this, and it's nice to see that.
I know it's been entertaining working with them because they know things about this stuff that I didn't know even existed. They're carrying laptops, and when I was their age, we had 20 computers in all of Culver High School.
Well, here at Rochester High School, we have one-on-one technology. So every student has either a MacBook if you're in grades 9 through 12, and then if you're in the 8th grade, you have an iPad. And then all teachers have their own MacBook and iPad as well. So we have a lot of technology, a lot of advanced technology here. We have the ZBN, which is a Zebra Broadcasting Network, and they do different types of video editing and different things like that for that. And then we have my graphic design stuff here for these kids to learn Photoshop and Adobe Express. And so it's a great program. It's a great start. We like to do a lot of hands-on experience with these guys. Even in the engineering department, we have CNCs over next door at the Learning Center. We have different cutters and different laser cutters and a whole bunch of stuff going on. And then we have our intro to construction crew, and they're doing excavating, and they're doing backhoe digging, and they're out in the sandbox working hard every week. And then they built the Santa house this year for the Rochester Downtown Partnership. So
Yeah, I saw that sitting up where Centennial Tower used to be.
yeah, they did a phenomenal job on that. A student over in Riddle Elementary actually drew a picture, and it was their blueprint for the Santa house, and the students put it together, and it took them a whole semester to do it almost, but they did a great job. They ran all the electric in it. They did all the framing. They put the siding on it. They did everything from start to finish. So they did a great job with that.
Well, that's excellent. That is absolutely excellent. And, trying to hire companies to do what you and your team are doing for our little museum out here is going to cost us a small fortune. And with them being able to get real world experience, we're able to save some money. It's very profitable for the community in general. I'm very thankful that we was able to get Jana Vance to come on the board and tell us that you guys even had all this stuff, because we were all just dumbfounded in all the programs that she started rattling off. And now you're blowing my mind with the fact that you're letting kids play with excavators. And that was never even thought of 20 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's great to be hands-on, have all that experience hands-on, because kids can go right now, instead of just going to college, they can do a 2-year trade school, or they could do an apprenticeship and just be a lineman or a journeyman, or even like a construction worker with the union, and just do these small schools instead of going big and large and getting into thousands of dollars of debt. Or they can be hired right out of high school, because we have a lot of programs right now in the school alone with our CDL. Kids can get a CDL right out of high school and be hired immediately. So we have a lot of things here that offer kids real world experience before they actually get into the real world. And it's just amazing the things that you think about that we offer here at Rochester High School for our students in this community.
Yeah, Jana was telling me that you even have a landscaping course, or maybe not a course, but a group of kids doing that. I'm going to be trying to get with them here in the near future and try to get the students to go out and do a landscape around the museum, try to get that a little more beautified, as I want to call it.
Yeah, Justin Pearson, our FFA sponsor and our ag teacher, he does a tremendous job with those kids down there. They have welding, they have horticulture, they do a ton of soil judging and checking all that stuff out. And I don't know what all that entails, but those kids do, and they do an amazing job. We just had FFA week a couple weeks ago, and it was one of the best FFA weeks we've had in a long time. And so they do a great job. They're down there refurbishing a trailer, welding in like the different bars in that, making sure all the steel bars are welded in correctly. They just do a ton of projects, and it's nice to see that they know what they're doing down there.
It pays off in real life once they actually get out there and have to start doing it. You know what my dad always said FFA stands for?
No.
Father Farms Alone. Because I was to every meeting here, there, and yonder for FFA. And Dad said, if I knew this was going to happen, I would have said, no, you can't join it. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you guys got, and the FFA has their auction coming up, on the 22nd.
Yes, and then if you guys need any information on that, you can also check our Rochester High School Facebook page. I just posted this morning the bill of sale, or the sale bill for that, so whatever's on there is listed on our page, and I believe that's through Olson Auctions as well, so if you want to check that out, you can do that as well. But yeah, FFA, their annual auction, it's a great thing that they do also for the community and for FFA.
Yeah, they really do a lot around in the area. They make stuff, take it out to the auction, and sell it for themselves. And then with Facebook, we've got you guys making us a new Facebook page.
Yeah, we're in process of working on that. We have the cover photo up. We have some different pictures and things we're getting ready to put on it, and we'll probably launch it, I would say, probably after our spring break is when we're looking to launch that. So everybody take a look and look out for that on our social media. And it's also going to be linked with Instagram. So if you want to take a look at that, it'll probably be launched after spring break, probably within the first week of April. So check on that.
Excellent. I have to take you out and get one of your students, get pictures from the Tombaugh Center and get that loaded on there.
We will get that loaded. We'll get some different things loaded up out there. Once the events get kicked off here for your Redbud and your Trail Courage and car show, toy show, whatever else is going on out there. There's a ton of stuff going on out there. People just take a look at their website right now. It's all listed on there. We'll get it all uploaded and get you guys taken care of for sure.
Yeah, we got a scheduled work day coming up on the 15th. Gonna clean all the merchandise that's in the old train depot, because Joshua DeSonia, I think's how you pronounce his last name, he is repainting the entire outside of the depot for his Eagle Scout project. He's got a few doors and some trim to finish up. And for our Redbud Festival, I'd like people to be able to go inside and see what's there and actually admire the young man's work, because him and some of the scouts and his father and mother, they put in a lot of hours out there cleaning that up, sanding it down. I think he told me there were 7 layers of paint they had to sand off before they could start repainting. He's done an incredible amount of work.
Wow, that's unbelievable. I remember that train depot when I was a kid. I remember going out to the museum, out to the trail when I was a kid, and it really is like something unique that Fulton County has that, surrounding counties don't have. And it just, you take is it the 4th grade that goes out there now, 4th grade field trip?
5th grade.
5th grade. So 5th grade field trip goes out there every year, and kids get to experience, what it was like back, when the trail days were actually occurring. But it was a great experience as a kid growing up. I remember going out there all the time with my mom and always having a good time.
It's very interesting to watch how the kids interact with the people that are out there putting on their little programs for them. And this year, for the first time, we will have actual Cherokee ambassadors out there for the fifth graders that they can meet the actual Native Americans from the Cherokee Nation. That'll be neat for them to be able to talk to them. And yeah, you said Redbud. We got Redbud coming up in just a few weeks.
Yeah, and I've never actually been to the Redbud, so what does it actually entail?
It is pretty much the beat up little brother of the Trail of Courage. We have the buffalo burgers, ham and beans, beef stew. That's, pretty much the only food that's there. And we have some of the vendors and crafters that come in. It's more of a knock the rust off. It's the very first rendezvous of the season, so everybody comes in. And I have a tally on how many times I get asked, do you have any extra coffee? It seems like everybody forgets coffee on that Saturday morning when it's cold. And it's neat. For $3, you can come out, walk around. You get to talk more with the vendors than you do at the Trail of Courage. We have the 4th Massachusetts Fife and Drum Corps. They're going to be out there. Still not sure about having the 42nd Pipe Band out of Lafayette coming in. They're still pondering because it is very weather dependent. And after we get through Redbud, we'll be looking at Memorial Day weekend. We have a veterans program out at the Tombaugh Center. Able to just walk through, see all the old military memorabilia, everything from stones and sticks to SEAL Team 6 taking Bin Laden. Everything pretty much up to date.
That sounds interesting. I've never been able to do that or walk through that.
It is very, very scary, the amount of money that has been spent in hundreds and thousands of years for humans to wage war against each other.
Yeah.
It's a very scary thought. But he has coins out there from the Civil War, letters from Abraham Lincoln to Grant. There's letters from the Revolutionary War. My aunt told me there are so many books out there. It is absolutely amazing. There was a company of men from Fulton County that fought in the Civil War. Can't remember what it was. I've slept twice since then. But it's coming along. Jerry Hibner, he's working real well out there trying to get stuff done, get it all cleaned up. He, in his cleaning, has found war maps from World War II that John Tombaugh had stacked underneath stuff. Actual markings on there of how the enemy was moving. It's very scary on how smart these gentlemen were.
That's nice. That's awesome.
And we got August 9th and 10th. We're bringing back the Round Barn days. No parade through town this time. Hoping to have live music, get that all lined up. Have vendors from the Redbud and Trail of Courage that are going to invite them to come out and set up. Anybody else that wants to come out and be a vendor, contact the Fulton County Historical Society. We're going to have a car show on Sunday. Hopefully, Brenda, you able to point me in a general direction. I can do a tractor show, but I don't know anything about a car show.
I think I can maybe help a little bit in that direction, get you guys going on that.
That would be appreciated. We'll get past August. Kids will be back in school, and we'll be setting up for Trail of Courage again.
Yeah, it's crazy how time flies. We actually start school, I think, next year. I think it's August 5th is school. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, but we're excited. We're excited to be on board here to help a little bit where we can. And just, I'm excited because it's part of the community. My dad was a big community guy. He was a member of the Fedco board forever. He was also a Fulton County councilman for a very, very long time. Pillar in the community.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I can go on about my dad, but I'm just excited. I think I've picked up this part from my dad of like giving back to the community, and I really do like enjoy this because I have like my dad's entrepreneurial mindset a lot of times, and I do appreciate the opportunity.
Well, we're glad to have you on board, Brenda, you and your team. And, anybody wants to help out at the museum, we're always willing to have volunteers. We don't pay, but we will feed you on Saturdays when we're out there working. I can always find plenty of work for anybody.
This would be great if anybody from our National Honor Society needs community service hours to maybe get on board with these guys here a little bit, and they can probably give you a couple hours if we ever need that.
We got sticks that need picked up. We got buildings that need painted. We got rocks that need dusted. There's something for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anything else today, or is we calling this one good?
Well, I think we'll call this one good for now.
Yeah. Well, guys, hope I did good for you for your first-time guest.
Well, learned more about the school than I ever knew, considering my aunt's the president of the board. And, I got a board member that's the superintendent of the school, and I actually had to go to school and learn something today.
That's what I'm here for.
You just like driving me crazy, Brenda.
Sometimes I have to do that, too.
Well, hopefully next time we do this, we're back from spring break. Get everybody lined up again and have a really good time at this. Get ready for Redbud Rendezvous.
Yep, we'll be back from spring break, and Redbud hits the middle of April, right?
The last full weekend.
Last full weekend of April. So stop out there, check it out. We'll probably have one more of these podcasts before then. And we have some posters we're going to hang up from my class, so we're getting excited for that.
Yeah, your class is making all new posters and doing our advertisement for us. That's wonderful.
Yep. So thanks for having us, and we're going to sign off.